So, good evening. We are back again. This time, we are talking about Ruben Neves, the Wolverhampton Wanderers midfielder who is linked and in talks with a move to Arsenal. Now, before I get into that, make sure you follow my Instagram, LeeGunner82. Make sure you also go and check out the last video I did about Emi Buendia. Obviously, he's now off to Aston Villa. And if you didn't check out the podcast I did with Dan, Kenny, Jez, and Chig earlier on this afternoon, do go and check that out as well. Really enjoyed that show today. It was class. So yeah, make sure you go and check all of that out. Make sure you stick a thumbs up on this video and subscribe as well. But let's talk about Ruben Neves. £34 million is the fee reported by The Athletic. And this is picking up quite a bit of traction, if I'm honest. I've seen the fallout, I've seen the meltdowns. He's the right-footed Xhaka. I've seen quite a lot, which made me laugh, because is there anyone that poor in a midfield position in the Premier League? I don't think there is. Ruben Neves, for me, is levels clear of Granit Xhaka. I'm levels clear of Granit Xhaka, to be fair. Ruben Neves is a very good footballer. Technically, he's fantastic. I love watching him play. Defensively, he is obviously a DM. And I think, like, obviously Yves Bissouma is the dream. That's the one. But when I was doing the podcast earlier, everyone on there, all the panelists were saying, like, yo, why don't we go and get both of these? Like, if we want somebody in these positions, why don't we go and get both? Why does it have to be one or the other? And I totally agree. But at the end of the day, I think with Neves, we are looking for somebody in that Xhaka type of mould that can keep the ball ticking as such. But I don't understand the hate for this guy. I do actually think he is very, very good. His free kicks are unbelievable as well. We see him score against us with a banger a couple of seasons ago. But £34 million, again, people are saying it's too much money. These are the same people that were going to buy Buendia for 35 million quid, by the way. Let that sink in. But as for Neves, like I said, he's very young. He's got Premier League experience. He's played a couple of seasons in the Premier League now. He's done very well. He scores the odd goal here and there. Defensively, I still think off the ball, he's not the finished article. But like I said, he is still relatively young. And he is going to get better and better, I think. Because, listen, when you're at a football club with so many of your fellow countrymen, it's a lot easier to bed into a football club. It's a lot easier to go out on the pitch. You can communicate better if everyone's of the same lingo. Portuguese is obviously a big thing at Wolverhampton Wanderers. Now, where it all goes wrong is George Mendes. And like, I just find it hilarious. Like, I've seen so many tweets today saying, oh, Arsenal are going to get into bed with George Mendes and blah, blah, blah. Do we need another super agent coming in? We've seen with Kia Jarabchin, like, it all goes wrong and it's just an influx of his players coming to the club. Well, let me tell you something. It's worked for Wolves, isn't it? So I don't see what the issue is. At the end of the day, I want the best players that we can get available, which is why I want Bissouma. I would not be disappointed one bit if we got Ruben Neves. It's obviously, like I said, in the mould of Xhaka. So I do think Xhaka will leave if we get Neves. And I think Xhaka will leave anyway, if I'm honest. But like, I want the best players available. And sometimes you do have to go to these super agents, as they're called, because 9 times out of 10, they have the best players on their books. Yes, what comes with it is a load of baggage. Yes, what comes with it is a massive agent fee, which I think is pathetic, by the way. Yes, you do get an influx of their players because obviously they want to milk the agent fee multiple times for their for getting their clients into the football club. But in this case, I don't think it's such a bad idea. I've seen enough of Ruben Neves over the last few seasons to see that he is actually a very good footballer and somebody that can dictate the pace in midfield and dictate the flow of a game. He's done it so many times. Like I said, yes, he's predominantly right-footed. His left foot ain't too bad. It's a lot better than Granit Xhaka's right foot, that's for sure. And he chips in with goals. He can thread a pass. He can do the Granit Xhaka one diagonal every month, but he does it on a more regular basis. The only downside, like I said, is the off the ball. which can be coached. It's not that difficult. All you got to do is just coach the guy. Can Mikel Arteta be the guy to coach him? Like, he's not bad off the ball, but he does have the odd lapse of concentration, which it needs to fix up, because when you're playing for a club of Arsenal size and stature, if you're doing that, 9 times out of 10, you're going to get punished because we can't defend, first and foremost. But not only that, you're going to look like a fish out of water and you're going to get vilified for it. When you're playing for Wolves, and no disrespect to them, they're kind of comfortable around that mid-table, trying to push for a Europa League space, whereas we don't want to be in that position. We want to be higher up the table. So what comes with it is more pressure. You have to be on top of your job every single time you go on the pitch, and every mistake will be punished, whereas every mistake at Wolves will probably be punished, but at the same time, it doesn't necessarily mean so much because the stakes are not as high. They don't have a target of getting top 4. They don't have a target of winning a trophy every season. And like I said, with all due respect, I don't mind Wolves at all. I actually like that football club very much. But I just think that 35 million pounds, we paid that for Granit Xhaka 4 or 5 years ago. I don't think that's too bad business if we pay 35 for Ruben Neves now, the age he is, and the fact that he has proven he is a decent Premier League footballer. So I'm all for it. That'll probably go against a lot of the comments on this video, by the way. But I'd love to know what you guys think. Leave it all in the comment section down below and let me know, would you take him? Is he worth that money? And if you do like him, how highly do you rate him? How good do you think he can be? Like I said, he's quite young. I think he's 25, 24, 25, I think. So yeah, it's somebody that I would love to see at Arsenal. And I think that if you put him next to Thomas Partey, I think they'd kind of complement each other as well. The same as Basuma and Partey. I think Basuma's got a lot more about his game. And he can do the driving forward and stuff like that as well. And defensively, he's a bit better than Ruben Neves. In fact, he's a lot better defensively. But why can't we have them both? Leave it all in the comment section down below. Make sure you stick a thumbs up on this video. Make sure you're subscribed as well. Big up to everyone who has subscribed to the channel recently. It's been mad. Literally, the last 2 weeks has gone nuts. So thank you very much. Make sure you go and check out the Emi Buendia video that I did earlier and leave your thoughts and comments on that. And like I said, the podcast. Don't forget also, follow the Insta League Under 82. Tomorrow, I will be back again with some uploads as well. Later down the week, obviously the Euros does start. So I'm going to be putting a little schedule together for Euros. I'm going to go through all the fixtures and that Monday or Tuesday, pick out which games that I want to work on and do videos and streams and stuff like that, and call-ins and watch-alongs. I'm going to put all of that together for the whole tournament, and we move from there. But listen, until then, all have a wonderful evening, and make sure you're Arteta out.